Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte. Today, I'm your host, Alan, and we are delighted that you have chosen to join us today. We are extremely grateful to have the opportunity to touch so many people and share the wonderful happenings here at CSL Charlotte. So feel free to visit our website, cslcharlotte.org. Put in a prayer request, subscribe, and we like having you here. So let me tell you a little bit about who we are. The Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte is a new thought community based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes was a man on a mission. He combined all of the wisdom and teachings from ancient philosophies and combined them in a fresh, new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into this wonderful world we live in. So if that really appeals to you, we are glad that you have chosen to join us today. And here at CSL Charlotte, we are a diverse community. We honor people from all different races, backgrounds, sexual orientations, and we are a part of the divine infinite intelligence. So June is Pride Month, LGBT plus Pride Month, and we'll be sharing some more details of how we're going to celebrate it this month. So, and what I like about this community, you can be who you are. You don't have to believe your philosophy or nature of knowledge. In fact, all kinds of backgrounds just enrich this wonderful tapestry, just like in the picture behind me, that we are all enrich each other, but for our experiences. And here we refer to many holy scriptures, such as the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Tao Te Ching recently, just to name a few. So if you really like what we do here, then I encourage you to go to our website and to subscribe. Our vision statement in this community is to continue to create spiritual leaders who not just talk about, but also can teach, can live and embody this philosophy in every aspect of our lives, in the mind, body, and spirit, and to share this wonderful message to all of our family members, our friends, our neighbors, because that's really who we are, about enriching each other's lives. So if that sounds really good to you, then I encourage you to go to our Tuesday night weekly consciousness meetings, where you have a chance to really experience that for yourself. So we meet every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And so welcome everyone, and enjoy this wonderful service as we celebrate the light that is within each and every one of us. And before I introduce our fabulous leader today, I have a quote. The more aware of your intentions and your experiences you become, the more you will be able to connect the two, and the more you will be able to create the experiences of your life consciously. This is the development of mastery. It is the creation of authentic power, and that's by Gary Zukav. So now I look forward to introducing our wonderful fearless leader, Reverend Rosedale Jones.
Well, thank you so much, Alan. This is Alan Lilly, the MC. He is my right-hand man, the toenails, and the whole 9 yards. Thank you so much, Alan, for opening us up today. So, to all you YouTube listeners, everybody, wherever you are, welcome to CSL Charlotte. We are the Mind, Body, Spirit Center. And if I'm not saying your name right, please get me later one day. All right. So this is the Mind, Body, Spirit Center. This month, we're celebrating the Pride Month. And the wonderful part about that, it's a lot of good stuff coming out about that, so we can honor them. We try to honor everyone, so that is what we do. So the first thing we do in our community is open our Sunday celebration with an affirmative prayer. Today, we are about nurturing our divine connection. Okay, so first on our platform is our affirmative prayer. The first person that steps up here is the one that does it. And today we have Reverend Karen from Ventura, California. That is my birthday sister. So, with that being said, it's time to educate ourselves about nurturing our divine connection. But before we do that, let's hear if Karen's prayer indicates whether she's nurturing her divine connection. And if you want a prayer to start nurturing your divine connection, put in a prayer request. Go to our website right now. And when you do, you request that prayer so you can start nurturing your divine connection. That being said, here's the thing. In order to get that request done and get that email into your box, you have to put in the prayer request. So Mo, who is our spiritual practitioner, can send this prayer into your inbox. So, okay, Reverend Karen, let it rip.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Rosedale, who is indeed my birthday sister. Nurturing the divine presence, that is us, that is all of us. And knowing that the presence, the creator of all life, is that divine presence that expresses through each and every one of us, through all life on all levels and in all forms. Knowing this, we take life not so seriously, but beautifully, and honor it. We honor life in all forms. We honor ourselves and the divine nature of who we are. We are the epitome of God's light here on earth. And we go and walk our journeys in the light and the love with kindness, with love and understanding and compassion. And we start with ourselves, because with ourselves, we are able to take that love that permeates through every fiber of our being and give it out, and know that nurturing the divine presence, nurturing the divine within ourselves, is nurturing it within all life. And knowing this, and knowing that the creator of all life is our light, our love, and our compassion, that we are the magnets of that love. We are the magnets of compassion. And as we give it out, we receive it. And as we receive it, we give it out. It is beautiful, it is special, and it is what this service is about. And I can't wait to hear Reverend Rosedale's message this morning. I know it delivers to each and every one of us individually and collectively, as we are one heart upon this earth, one love, one act of kindness in many small ways. And knowing this, and in gratitude and thanksgiving, please join me as I release this prayer into the universal love, the universal one heart, which is the creator of all life. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Reverend Karen, for that opening prayer. So, next on our platform is our reader, and that would be Melissa Spiegler from Encinitas, San Diego, California. Her reading is going to start to point out ways for us to nurture our divine connection when she talks about powerful intentions and how we are going to have these steps to get there. So listen to her reading today, and you'll recognize that you can start to nurture your divine connection. And after Melissa's reading, make sure you listen to the song I Am. That song is going to help you teach yourself to start nurturing that divine within, and you'll hear why. So, Melissa, make it do what it do.
Thank you so much, Reverend Rosedale. Today, my reading is on creating our connection through our powerful intentions by Deepak Chopra. Intention is starting point. It's the starting point of every dream. It is the creative power that fulfills all of our needs, whether for money, relationships, or spiritual awakening, or love. Everything that happens in the universe begins with intention. An intention is a directed impulse of consciousness that contains the seed form of that which you aim to create. Like real seeds, intentions can't grow if you hold on to them. Only when you release your intentions into the fertile depths of your consciousness can they grow and flourish. The law of intention and desire lays out 5 steps for harnessing that power of intention to create connection for anything you desire. Here are the 5 steps. Step number 1, slip into the gap. Most of the time, our mind is caught up in thoughts, emotions, and memories. Beyond this noisy internal dialogue is a state of pure awareness that is sometimes referred to as the gap. One of the most effective tools we have for entering the gap is meditation. Meditation takes you beyond the ego mind into the silence and stillness of pure consciousness. This is the ideal state in which to plant your seeds of intention. Step 2, release your intentions and desires. Once you are established in the state of restful awareness, release your intentions and desires. The best time to plant your intentions is during the period after meditation. While your awareness remains centered in quiet field, after you set an intention, let it go. Simply stop thinking about it. Continue this process for a few minutes after your meditation period every day. Step number 3, remain centered at the state of restful awareness. Intention is much more powerful when it comes from a place of contentment than it arises from the sense of lack or need. Stay centered and refuse to be influenced by other people's doubts or criticisms. Step 4, detach from the outcome. Attachment is based on fear and insecurity, while detachment is based on the unquestioning belief in the power of your true self. Intend for everything to work out as it should, then let go and allow opportunities and openings to come your way. Step number 5, let the universe handle the details. Your focused intentions set the infinite organizing power of the universe in motion. Trust that infinite organizing power to orchestrate the complete fulfillment of your desires. Don't listen to the voice that says that you have to be in charge. The outcome that you try so hard to force may not be as good as the one for you as that one that comes naturally. You have released your intentions into the fertile ground of pure potentiality, and they will bloom when the season is right. And so it is.
Take a deep breath and think about those words as we take a little short centering. So relax your eyes for a moment and make sure there's no distractions in there so that you can really focus on you for the rest of this service. Now breathe in really deep and really long, and as you exhale, allow yourself to really relax. Allow yourself to allow yourself. Because when you hear the words, I am beautiful, bountiful, and bliss repeatedly over and over, you are nurturing your divine connection. When the voice in your mind, you're driving down the road, says, I am beautiful, and you believe it, and you even say to yourself, that's true, that's when you're nurturing your divine connection. And what I love hearing most, and when I'm driving, I'm listening to the song, I love listening to my music. I am bountiful in bliss. I say that a lot. What about you? What do you say to yourself a lot? What affirmations do you continuously put when you say I am? Because remember, what goes behind I am is your manifestation. Always. I'm upset. Boom. What you got brings upsetness. I'm not happy. Boom. But how about I am bliss? What about I am bountiful? What about I am beautiful? Well, it's your choice to choose whatever you want to say about yourself. But I have one simple question. Are you on track for nurturing your divine connection? Well, again, take the choice if you like. And whether you choose to incorporate spiritual practices to do that and really actually feel that, get ready now so you can start nurturing your divine connection. So wiggle your fingers and your toes. And as you do that, integrate your mind, your body, and your spirit. And as you float your eyes open again, gaze around your space and look and feel as though you knew you'd never been there all this time. Because now you're there in a different space of mind. And find something in your space to connect you to this present moment. So right now, this present moment, I'm going to take a gratitude moment and I'm going to say, thank you, Alan, the A-team, my right-hand man, for actually being our master of ceremonies today. And thank you, Reverend Karen, for your service of prayer. And thank you, Melissa, for your reading, because 5 Steps of Powerful Intentions did a great job for nurturing your divine connection, and you will see why in a minute. So guess what? I am so excited to explore this profound connection that we have in here. In here, it's the relationship with our inner divine source. In this relationship, we got to nurture it the same way we think we ought to nurture those relationships out there. Because I beg to differ with that. What about the relationship with you? Because that relationship of that divine connection that we create for ourselves, it ignites us to have that holy audacity we talked about last week. Or do you remember us talking about that last week when we discussed holy audacity? It propels us toward where we gotta go. Because see, when you speak right, bam, you're gonna manifest right. Things are going to come out right. If you speak and say, well, I really wanted to tell her, no, I didn't like that. Well, guess what? You're not going to manifest the things you really want the way you want them because you are willy-nilly and not using that holy audacity to speak your word. So let me just remind you of those 4 parts of how we empower our holy audacity. One of them is intention. Right, Alan? That was intention. And then the other one was going into the silence. And then the other one was actually trust. You know, there's this voice that speaks in here, and everybody go, how do you know when you're hearing what's right? You better learn how to trust. Okay, that's the point. And then the other thing was embodying it. Because see, here's my thing. When you feel strong and confident and you feel you have that holy audacity, you better believe you are on. So, and also the other thing that Melissa's reading stated was no dream could be, in other words, I'm ad-libbing, no dream could be actually fulfilled without intention. Not a one. If you don't know what you're going after, have no intention. Willy-nilly begets willy-nilly. So as I said last week, and according to Melissa's reading, this is what it's all about. Everything starts with intention. And the reason why everything starts with intention is because that is the driving force. That's the engine in the car. And when we need, when we get into the silence, which we need, guess what? And we hear it, guess what? It gets deeper. In other words, if we choose a spiritual practice at any given time, like mindfulness or meditation, we're on the right track to figure out our intentions. But remember this, intentions, you don't go sit into your meditation. It's very important to remember this. You don't go sit into meditations to think about intentions or anything. You go there to be silent and to be quiet. That's the thing. So when we sit in the silence, intentions start to get audible to us, not in there, after the fact. Hours later, maybe 5 minutes later, all of a sudden, there's a period of time after that meditation where things start to become keen into our awareness. We start to at that point, we're at the peak. You got to feel your mind and listen to it, because I know I'm saying this, but I know this is what happens for me. And all of a sudden, oh my God, I saw all this great stuff happen. Wasn't even aware it was happening, and wasn't even aware I had already so-called prayed for that. You think a prayer has to be, oh, and no. All I got to do is say, I like that. I want that. But you see, what happens is that's an intention that I just set. And I'm taking those things real seriously when I say I want something or I'm going to do something, because that's my intention. Without it, I ain't going to Egypt, and I got that intention. So what I'm saying, okay? When we are done with all that stuff after we get up and walk away out of our silence, or let's say we're driving and we're in the silence, we're still meditating. Let's say we're walking and having a little walk, we're still meditating, right? These things occur to us after we finish this walk and get in the house, and we think we forgot what we talked about, but it begins to get louder and louder. Because a lot of people say, oh, that's still soft voice. You know what? This is important to know in order for you to really start nurturing your spiritual connection, your divine connection. Listen to this. It's the knowing that once I sit here and be quiet, I am going to find my intention. It is not, oh, I didn't think of an intention the whole time. I just sat there and was quiet. I didn't. You don't, like Marissa's reading, if you heard, said you don't have to have that control. Just let go. Just trust. And then you know what else happens? This thing begins to guide us. And this thing that I'm talking about is that thing we were born with. It's not out there. It's not in my friend. It's not in my mother or my father. They have their own. It's not in my children. They have their own. These are my intuitive insights that I welcome. And also, another thing about me knowing this stuff is it actually demystifies my path when I'm going forward or moving forward on it. So knowing is very important because it is another thing that nurtures our divine connection. I am beautiful, bountiful, and bliss. And I know that I'm getting that because that's my intention. Oh my God. That still small voice is not so still and small. See, the more we nurture this connection with clarity instead of uncertainty, we begin to get the deeper and more pronounced subtle signs or voice. Because sometimes the voice could be a sign where somebody could say, oh, they have so and so for $3 an hour, whatever it is, and you're saying, oh my God, I didn't know it was that easy to get. I want that thing. Boom, I'm going to go get it. Whatever. The divine Noah becomes louder and louder. So don't go, the still small voice because that thing is not small. You just may be ignoring it. So remember, when we deepen our trust in that voice, oh my God, that is a divine friendship, partnership, relationship that we want to have. The one that we listen to and hear. Oh, it's nice when I say something to somebody says, well, you should do this and you should do that. I'm not listening. It's falling on deaf ears because I'm waiting for a sign or a voice or something to come from myself because I trust mine more than other people's. Don't get offended because I'm listening for that voice to come keener and more heightened for me. Because you see, I don't know about you, and it could be if you choose to know this, but my faith grows and it gets bigger and deeper and wider because I feel a divine presence within myself. Even before I go to sleep, especially because sometimes it feels like this divine presence is closer to me than the breath I breathe. Because every time I breathe, I'm taking it in. But I know this, believe it, and just live by that. That's when we have truly, because I'm feeling it, right? Remember I said feeling is the healing? I'm feeling holy audacity. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling sure that what I said is going to go. And thank you very much for so-and-so, but you gave me that idea, but I heard it to how I was going to carry it out. That's the way you would have done it. But this is, I know. And that's how you have to know. That's holy audacity. I know. Thank you for, don't be putting your business out there if you don't want people to tell you anything. Just listen. See, trust is the mind space that we need to be in for holy audacity to kick in. Yes, it kicks in all different times. Sometimes it bounces out because we're saying, oh, I'm unsure. Remember, certainty, uncertainty. Trust gives you certainty. Now, the divine knowingness is a conviction, which is holy audacity. And you know what? We get to step into something boldly, confidently, and decisively. I am clear. So when I let go of all those thoughts, then the doubt and the worry, and sometimes the anxiety. I was trying to learn something last week, and anxiety comes over. And then after I move all of that out, the worry, the doubt, and the anxiety, I am only left with my faith. Because I've seen so many things happen that worked that you think I'm going to take that anxiety's truth? No. Therefore, guess what? I am certain to have the outcome I chose to expect. So I now also know that our goals are accomplished. Accomplished once we set our sights on it. But let me say this. Let me claim my goals are accomplished the moment I set my sights. That's just letting me know I want that. My intentions. I set my sights on those things and then I step out or step up. I'm on it. Because, in other words, because of my faith, I begin to understand things I don't see. Oh my God. You know what? When you don't see things and you begin to still know you have it, that's faith. Rather than putting it the other way that I couldn't understand before when I was a kid. But that's faith. And I act on those opportunities long before the physical things about it becomes apparent. Because the first place it starts is in my mind. It's a thought, it's a desire, it's an intention, right? Gotta have all that. All that's the same. Desire, intention, all the same. And see, that's why I love nurturing my own divine connection over other people's divine connection telling me what to do. It's better to trust that I have it already in here. And I'm just going to wait. And one day I'm going to wake up and there it is. So have you ever noticed when something bad happens, you say something like, "Ooh, I didn't even see that coming." Well, that is because your mind was nurturing those hidden thoughts that actually no longer serve you. And that's very thing causes you to act on opportunities that don't benefit you. And when they don't benefit you, you begin to start thinking in ways and things that are leading you to the predictable old paradigm or old patterns that you used to live. We all try to go back into those old patterns because it's a habit. But if we keep doing it, I notice that my pattern is getting lighter and lighter to look back at what happened as a problem and look at it as my lesson. See, we need to retrain our minds to focus on nurturing our divine connection. And so once we do that, that knowing source that we got within us becomes an abundant supply instead of a lack of supply. And the only reason why we have a lack of supply is because we think that, for example, that our money is just made to pay bills. And that's all we look at every month. We don't look at, oh, I want to go to Egypt. Oh, I want to go there. I'm looking at that because guess what happens? That's exactly what happens. The money shows up because I made it a space in my life for it to become an abundant supply. In other words, we don't want to look at it that way. We want to look at it as a abundant supply. Oh, Duke, Con Ed, people in New York, right? Oh, San Diego Electric, I gotta pay them. Yeah. But you know what? I'm also expecting, oh, I have other friends who say things like, well, it's not about money. I said, well, you know what? It ain't about me listening to you either. Because if we think that we can move on this earth without money and without working within our abilities to build that abundant supply within our minds, within our divine connection, we are sadly mistaken, as we used to say. You are sadly mistaken, right? Wow. All of this nurturing this divine connection is a compass that puts us in the right direction. Right. So what happens is our knowingness really provides the certainty that everything is all right before we even stepped into it. They say, oh, well, don't rock the boat. But baby, the boat was already rocked before you got here. So sit in that boat and steady it. Don't sit there and go in there talking about, well, I don't want to say this because it's going to rock the boat. Remember, that boat was already on. You know what I'm saying? So just think back to a time, though, when you felt passionate about something and nothing could convince you otherwise. Where do you think that fire came from? Well, when I reflect on it right now, I see that I can feel the passion welling up within me whenever I'm ready. Can you feel it whenever you're ready to feel that passion that you felt when, ooh, the day you graduated from so and so, or ooh, the day you did it? Do you feel that passion? Can you do it again? Well, the deal is when you engage in powerful spiritual practice, you truly begin to feel that experience again. Try it. We're not used to doing it because we're used to everybody looking at us like we're crazy when we start talking like that. So don't talk to them about it. Talk to people like in this spiritual community right here. Tell everybody here what you're spiritually doing. You got to have a place, an outlet where you can talk to people about your goals, about your spiritual life. Because if you do it just on a Sunday and then you go out in the streets the rest of the week, you're dealing with those people, and they're not wrong, but your timing, your focus is not on you. Whether it's through meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, or any other practice, nurturing your divine connection is key to living the life you want. And wellness, peace, abundance, all of that follows because, again, one more time, holy audacity is the fire in your soul that directs you to do all the things you want. That's why it's very, very important to begin to say to yourself, I'm going to start nurturing my divine connection. So I challenge you to keep practicing, praying every day, and creating spiritual types. Not just one, because I have several that I got going on now. And see, that's what keeps us nurturing our divine connection. Oh, I'm telling you. So as soon as you get that point where you're saying, oh, all this is coming, the time, I'm getting more money, I'm getting more, okay. But you better find that time to nurture that connection all the time. Because it's as quick as you can get it, is as quick as you can lose it. Nurture. Keep it going, because spiritual practice really causes that divine fire to consume you just like everybody else consumes you outside of you. You don't need them to consume you. You don't need that job to consume you. You just need that job to do what you need to do and say, I need that money. Okay, let me, come on, pay me, or whatever it is you're doing. So this is your moment to actually shine as of this moment. Just imagine that and listen to this. Start preparing to yourself and say, I'm living the good life. Start living the good life, because after you practice and you go through the rest of your day, even to bedtime, you will begin to feel and see clearer pictures about what is being planted in the soil of your consciousness. So listen to this song because it's telling you something about the good life. Don't go corny on us and start going, hey, let me hear word for word. Go into the song. So listen to Good Life by One Republic. Thank you, Groovy. Yeah. Yeah, Groovy's divine. She's sitting there listening to This Has Got to Be a Good Life, and she's jamming over there. But I know one thing, she's nurturing her divine connection. This has got to be a good life. Come on. Because the more I say, this has got to be a good life, I start to feel better. Try it. You don't have to let nobody know it, but Groovy don't mind. I don't mind. Take a moment, tune into the song, and start doing that when you're going around. And then you know what? Just the words alone. This has got to be a good life. This is really a good life. Whatever he's saying. Did you tell us or did you let us know what's going on and what we got going on with us? Ooh, you gave me goosebumps on that one. Ooh, nice. Nice. So this is the time we talk about birthdays. You know, I don't know your birthday. And Karai, if you would like for us to know your day and month, that's it. We don't need your year. And if you would like that, we celebrate big time with that. So know that we are there for that, and that's what we do. So just jot it down if you want in our chat. Say November 21st. That's my day. But anyway, we know. So anyway, that being said, and if you're on YouTube, put it in the comments, your month and your day. Cool beans. And thank you everybody who are on YouTube, because I'm seeing you say things and also share our videos. So thank you very much for being here, YouTubers. Okay, don't want to forget nobody. So that being said, speaking of birthdays, we got a big birthday coming up this week. It's the person who's constantly on it, boy. If I ask him to do something, and even if it can't be done, I know when he says it can't be done, he has gone through the channels to make sure this thing was going to get done. So with that, I got to give him big props. And also Timmy P, who is our pilot, who is the man that helps us run through the things. He's one of the three men here who really run stuff, which I think is fantastic. So that being said, why not celebrate his birthday like that when he was a kid? The crew cut and everything. So that was really, really cool. So I always say that this is the time to where we get to give big shout outs and big kudos, if you will. And that reminds me of being gratitude at the end and gratitude in the beginning. And am I smooth or what? I almost forgot what I was doing next, but I fixed it, didn't I? I love me so much, y'all. So anyway, I just want to give big kudos to all of our team right now. They're just so fabulous. You, Alan. Alan, my right-hand man, and the toes and the feet and the heart. Yeah, he got that too. He got that of me. Yes, indeed. So, man, Horace, Allen, you're the bomb. You are the bomb. Boom. So that says now our big shout out goes to the big team now. So, Karen, you were fabulous because you opened our prayer, but you're going to close it again. So you are so phenomenal with the way you listen and hear, and then all of a sudden you just spit it all out. So thank you. And Melissa, your reading, that message really, like I said, it brought harmony to, what is that word? Nurturing our divine connection. So it brought the harmony with it. So thank you, Timmy P, for showing up and hovering as AV and doing our music and the powerful announcements you always give us. And our steward, I like saying, Groovy Jerry Campbell is Groovy G. She is our spiritual harmony steward. She keeps harmony in the community to keep the things clean, keep quiet, make sure nothing's going on. So I call her also the cleanup woman, but she makes sure that everything runs smooth in the service every week. And thank you, Mo, for emailing all the prayer requests. Mo is our spiritual practitioner that Timmy P mentioned, and she is chomping at the bits. Send your emails. Send your request rather, so you can get your email. She will send it right back out to you. And oh, by the way, I just want to think Horace had a birthday a long time ago, but he's still celebrating. But however, I just want to say to him, he is the operations coordinator. He runs things to keep us running on like a well-oiled machine. All of the things, everybody knows what they're doing, where they're at, and I just come. I just get on. And I think it is fantastic to have such a powerful team to do all of that stuff. And Melissa, you are always here to do the greeting and also the spotlighting as well as you did the reading today. So now I think I got it. So before we close out, consider this. Today was all about nurturing our divine connection. Remember that this whole week, because when you reflect on your life this week about anything, remember every day that you can flip the page and start a new life. There is nothing etched in stone. Remember how we used to be told that, oh, everything was already prepared for your destiny was prepared before you got here. Not so. Stop it. You in the silence, you listening to your intentions, you trusting your voice, you building that holy audacity and embodying it is really what makes your world go round. So when you reflect on your life, remember that and start to realize that your page, the rest of your book, which is the rest of your life, is unwritten still. Tomorrow's not written, but you can write it. So there's no destiny etched in stone. So when you wake up in the morning, every single morning, write a page, start a new page, because that's what it is. You're the one who writes the script, nobody else. So before we close out and Karen prays us out, I want you to realize that this song that's about to come up is about how unwritten things are. And you have to be ready to know that, hey, I messed up yesterday big time with so and so, and they're mad at me or whatever. But you know what? I got to put them on the burner for a minute and let me get in here and rewrite a page for myself. That's a spiritual prototype. Let me rewrite this out. So remember that. So start nurturing your divine connection with this next song by understanding that your life is still unwritten. Ready? Let's hear this song, Unwritten. And another, we're going to feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Remember that. I have to. I sometimes gotta lose it a bit here. I love the messages and the music that come through me and all of us. It's just good. And if you can't bring yourself up, keep trying, because you can. bring it, because you got it. So that all being said, before Karen prays us out, and she already did. She will. Whoa, calm it down, Rosedale. Karen, please pray us out.
Oh, Reverend Rosedale, I think you just did the prayer for us. It was beautiful what you said, your message and everything. And knowing that as we honor and nurture our divine connection, we are honoring and nurturing our lives, ourselves, and all that we come in contact with, because we are all one. And knowing this and knowing the creator of all life as that connection, as that presence within each and every one of us, within all life, and knowing all the beautiful, beautiful things that we know about the creator of all life. There is nothing negative, no negative words that we put with that. And in this, as we say, it's so important what Reverend Rosedale said, that I am. When we say I am, my prayer for us today, for all of us, is to make I am, when we get up in the morning and do our morning ritual of getting ready for the day, to look in the mirror before we leave the bathroom or the bedroom or wherever we are getting ready, and say I am, followed by a beautiful positive quality that we give to the creator, because the creator is expressing through us, and as that, we have to be beautiful. We have to be successful. We have to be all the beautiful things that qualities that we ascribe to the creator of all life. That is who we are. So my prayer for us is, even if you can come up with one I am, I am alive. I am thankful, to do it. And every day add to the I ams, and knowing that we are nurturing our divine connection by doing that. And I am grateful. I am blessed for being part of this beautiful family. And I know that I am loved. And I know that I love. And in this, have a beautiful day, everybody. Go out into your life, into your world, and shine your light, and show your beautiful self to everyone that you meet, and especially to yourself. And in this, please join me with gratitude as we release this prayer into the universal law. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Reverend Karen, a bunch. That was fabulous to close out. So as we wrap up our time together, remember to start nurturing your divine connection right now. Remember, you need an authentic intention to really start nurturing your divine connection. So remember, the universe is always and constantly and will always support all of us individually, because it's already born within us. So until we meet again, stay focused with that power within you, that wonderful, and keep nurturing. And talk to you next week.